This video is brought to you by
Cool green clothing coming straight up out of that DMV. You know what it is. This that Baltimore designer right here. Come on now, come and show some love and show some support. Go online right now, coolgreenclothing.com, and make your purchase. Oh yeah, by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way, and that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, definitely share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. When you grow up in or live in certain environments, people expect for you to live by certain rules and carry yourself a certain kind of way, even if you're not on that type of time that they are on. For example, you live in the trenches where every day trapping is normal, hearing gunshots, even people losing their life on a daily. You are in this area just trying to live a regular life, take care of your family, and survive. Somebody loses their life right outside of your home. Now the whole neighborhood is looking at you to see how you gonna carry it if police come around asking questions. Some people already know, I didn't hear nothing or see nothing, but others might choose to speak on the situation that happened, even if it's not the police, but amongst other people in the neighborhood. Now we all know that the streets talk, and half the time police already know what's about to happen before it even goes down, because there's always somebody around watching, listening, and working, giving information. And if you are still out here on a certain type of time or in the streets, you should definitely understand if you commit a crime around a civilian or somebody that's not living by them same codes as you, it's a possibility you are going to jail. But some people will do whatever to cover their tracks, even if that means making the situation worse. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll discuss a case of a man who doubled back on the witness because he felt he was talking too much. Back in 2019, 39-year-old Tyree Lee was navigating life in Baltimore City. Tyree had fallen on some hard times, and him and his girlfriend, who we will call Stacy for the sake of this story, were both homeless and needed to find somewhere to stay. The couple often hung out in Northwest Baltimore, not too far from Park Heights. They eventually met a man, 43-year-old Lorenzo Thomas. Lorenzo had came to Baltimore from Louisiana, and he was also homeless himself. But the man had found a vacant home in the 5200 block of Linden Heights Avenue to post up in and to also live in. Hearing that Tyree and Stacy needed a place to stay, Lorenzo decided he could charge the couple $20 a night for rent to share the vac. He also let them know if they knew anybody else, they could also come to the spot as long as they paid the money. The couple agreed to the terms, and now even though not ideal, they had a place to stay. Tyree had another homeboy who we will call Michael. Michael also needed a place to stay from time to time. He would often come by the spot, pay his $20, and stay the night. It seemed like the arrangements were working out for everybody, and at first, everything was going smooth. Until March 26, 2019. That night, everybody was in the house. Tyree, Stacy, Michael, and Lorenzo. When somewhere in the mix, Michael and Lorenzo got into an argument. Lorenzo then upped the gun and shot Michael. The couple, worried about their friend, got help, and Michael was rushed to a local hospital where he would survive his injuries. When police tried to talk to the man, asking who shot him, he gave a description but told them he didn't know a name, and Michael also refused to give up the location to the house so he wouldn't make it hot. As Lorenzo went on with the night like the situation wasn't about nothing, Tyree texted his mother, telling her he was worried about Michael, that Lorenzo just shot him, and that he was scared of the man, fearing for him and Stacy's safety. The couple left the house for the night, but stayed close by in the area. The next day, Tyree and Stacy headed to a local grocery store. It was about 2 p.m. As they exited the store, they started walking through the neighborhood. To their surprise, Lorenzo and another man walked up to them. They came to confront Tyree. As Stacy slowly walked off, Lorenzo asked, "Why you keep running your mouth, telling people I shot Michael?" Tyree let it be known he didn't talk to no police and he wasn't really concerned about the situation no more. But Lorenzo wasn't hearing it. He upped the gun, causing Tyree to take off running through the cut and leaving Stacy behind. But Lorenzo ran behind him. Seconds later, multiple shots went off. Stacy ran around the corner to find Tyree hit, and Lorenzo and another man running up the block. People on the block called BPD, who responded to the 3900 block of Penhurst Avenue to find Tyree suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, and unfortunately, he wouldn't survive his injuries. Police saw it seemed like it had been two shooting locations. As the crime scene stretched, shell casings was on multiple blocks. Stacy agreed to go talk to detectives. She stated when her and Tyree left the store, they were confronted by two men about a previous shooting, and that the men felt Tyree was telling people about the situation. She stated she walked off, but heard a shot and saw Tyree running. She stated she ran behind him and saw two men standing over him, but she didn't say a name. Detectives took her from the station to Tyree's mother's house. His mother pleaded with Stacy to tell them the truth if she really loved her son, which made her tell them about the previous day, the shooting of Michael, and Tyree feeling uneasy about Lorenzo. She stated the man texted his mother, in which she showed police text messages, but she wasn't sure if he told anybody else what they saw that night. She also claimed she knew for sure it was Lorenzo who was the shooter and that was standing over Tyree when she ran around the corner. She pointed him out in a lineup, but by this time, another witness had came forward as well, a man that saw the whole incident from his bedroom window. He stated it was two shooters. He claimed he heard a commotion, saw Tyree run as Lorenzo shot 3 times, but then the gun jammed up. As it seemed Tyree would get away, he stated the other man then grabbed the gun from Lorenzo and started back chasing and shooting Tyree before both men then ran off. Police felt like his statement matched the crime scene of 2 separate shooting locations between 2 blocks. With this information, a warrant was put out for Lorenzo on first-degree hit and handgun violations. On April 10th, 2019, he was picked up on Garrison Boulevard and taken into custody. Lorenzo never spoke to police about Michael or Tyree or about another shooter. As the case was getting ready for trial, Lorenzo insisted he would represent himself, but instead, he was given a public defender. Stacy took the stand and spoke on the day Michael was shot and the next day when Tyree was hit. Lorenzo's lawyer, on cross-examination, asked why she only said Lorenzo's name after she went to Tyree's mother's house and not at the station the first time. But the neighbor who witnessed everything told his side of the story, and being that it was never changed, that was enough for Lorenzo to be found guilty of second-degree hit. He faced up to 55 years in prison. On appeal, Lorenzo argued he was denied the right to defend himself, and no one ever pointed to him as the trigger man who took Tyree's life, only that he did, in fact, shoot him once. This case is still being reviewed, and as of July 5th of this year, Lorenzo is awaiting a new trial. Rest in peace to Tyree. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation in the comments. Yeah, man, crazy story. Rest in peace to Tyree. But like I said, I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This is another episode of the Baltimore Way. This your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.